Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be testing out some more new drugstore makeup. We got some Maybelline, we got some Wet n Wild. I'm just ready to have some fun with some new makeup. Before we get started though, do not forget to hit that subscribe button as well as hit that notification bell. That way you will not miss any future uploads. I also leave all my social media information down in the description box, so go ahead and be sure to go ahead and check that out. All right, let's get started. So we do have some new Maybelline products. We have their new foundation as well as we have their new concealer. And then I also picked up this new brow product. So what is this called? Tattoo Studio Brow Lift Stick. So I am super excited to try this out. I think they had like 2 new brow products. I could be wrong, not sure. But yeah, so they had it with the display of the concealer and foundation. I found the concealer at CVS. I couldn't find it anywhere else. And I actually found it by accident. Like I went to CVS for something else. And I always whenever I go to any store, I'm always looking in their makeup section to see if there's any new makeup launches. And that's how I discovered the concealer. I picked up the foundation at Target. And I also picked up this brow product at CVS as well. And then we also have the new Wet n Wild Spring Collection. So I love how they're just like in the next season already. I'm all about it. I cannot wait for spring again. They came out with a new setting spray. You can use this to prep the skin as well as you can use this to set it, refresh it. They came out with this beautiful eyeshadow palette as well. So we are going to be testing that out. They came out with a lip gloss. I just got the baby pink one. They have like a glittery lip topper one. Well, it looks like a lip topper. This sadly is broken. It was like loose in the pan when I bought it, but it was the only one left. So I did still go ahead and get it, but then by the time I got home it was like no longer just loose in the pan. Like it was still whole, but it was just no longer like secure in the pan. But by the time I got home, as you can see, it's like totally shattered. It's still usable, so I'm gonna still use it. I'm probably just gonna end up decluttering it. I did go ahead and get this collection at Five Below, so when they start having it out in more stores like Walmart, I'll probably just go ahead and pick it up again if I do like it. Because when things are broken, it just gets so messy. And I cannot forget the new sponge. This one seems a lot softer than their normal sponge. And I don't know if you guys can tell, it might be a little bit bright, but there's these blossom prints on the front of the sponge. It's so freaking cute. This is the packaging that it came in. I did go ahead and wet the sponge already, so that way it was ready to go for when we start our makeup. And then I don't know if this is exclusive to Five Below, but I didn't even know Wet n Wild had this. This is their Bare Focus Clarifying Finishing Powder. They do have this in translucent. This one is in the shade Fair Light, and then I think they have light, medium, and maybe dark. I don't remember all the shades that I saw at Five Below. So I just picked up the shade Fair Light and see kind of if it's pigmented. If it's super pigmented, we'll probably just use this under the eye. But if it's not, then we'll use this all over the face and under the eye. Just the Fair Medium looked a little bit too dark, like if it was going to alter the color of my foundation. So I just went ahead with the Fair Light, so we'll see how that works. I also have a new mascara to try. I keep telling myself I'm not going to try no more mascaras, but this one is from ColourPop and it is the Level Up Lengthening Mascara. So I don't think I heard anything about this mascara, so we're going to go ahead and give this one a try as well. Just so you know, the ColourPop mascara, I just kind of jumped ahead. This is not at Five Below. I ordered that online. But what also I did find out Five Below is the Wet n Wild Mega Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. I know e.l.f. has one similar to this, but I did pick one up just because there are some days where I kind of want to maybe put a clear mascara in my eyelashes and I don't want actual mascara. So I got this for those types of days. And then this is actually pretty interesting. It's a brow and lash serum. Now, this is from Wet n Wild, so I'm not expecting miracles to happen. I already have a lash serum that I'm using right now, but I thought it'd be something fun to use in the brows to see if it does anything for the brows. So I did pick up this as well. So I'm not going to try any of these 2 products today, but I did want to mention them. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and put my hair back. This is just my skincare headband. It looks so big and bulky, but to be honest, it's literally the most comfortable thing in the world. I'm gonna go ahead and prep my skin by using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Use like a pump and a half. Alright, so this is pretty set. So next we're going to go in with the foundation. I'm so excited. So this is the Maybelline Up to 30 Hour Wear Foundation. I'm not testing this out for 30 hours. I'm not even going to do a wear test just because it's already like 5 o'clock today, so there's no point. But this is in the shade 220 Natural Beige. So what I always do is pump it on the back of my hand. And then just kind of dot it all over my face. To be honest, this almost looks like really light coverage, and I feel it's because the sponge, like in person it looks so dark. Like the sponge is really what I feel soaking up a lot of the product. It's starting to dry down. Oh no. So I mean, I like the sponge, it's nice and soft, but I do feel like it's soaking up a lot of the foundation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with another pump and just kind of go in with a little bit more to build this up, only because, yeah, I feel like the sponge took away a lot of the product. Now, I don't know if it's just the sponge or if it's just like the formula of this, because I obviously used like sponges before with my makeup, and it does of course suck up the product, but not like that. Like, holy cow, that turned this into like a very light coverage foundation, and I know this foundation is more than light coverage. So I feel like that looks a lot better with the brush. So I want to say that maybe it's so soft that it's like soaking up a lot of product. I don't know, but I didn't like the sponge with this foundation, so I'm gonna have to keep trying that sponge out. So we're gonna go ahead in with the concealer. This concealer is in the shade 15. I wanted to get a little bit of a darker concealer, but they were sold out of a lot of the shades. So very like liquidy. Like I was expecting this to be like a little bit more thicker, but I guess not. I like, why is the spatula so thin? Like it's so little. Let me try to build that up. The formula of the concealer is really, really thin. Do a little bit. I feel like you can go a little bit more ham with the concealer, which I guess it's like okay, because I feel like their other concealer that they had that went with the older foundation, that one was a bit, I think, more thicker and full coverage, where this one's a lot more lighter weight. I also might need to build because of the sponge. That's the only one that's wet right now, so stuck using it. Before I start creasing, I'm just going to go ahead and quickly go in with some powder. So I'm going to go in with this powder here. It's the Bare Focus powder, and I'm just going to use the sponge and just kind of like get some powder on there. Ooh, I feel like it's very brightening, smoothing as well. This foundation does feel like a foundation that I feel like I wouldn't have to set if I didn't like want to. Like, I'm really like foundations and like CC creams, tinted moisturizers. I love all those products that like kind of set down on their own. Like this doesn't feel wet and slippery and like, you know, I feel like it's going to be all over the place. So this is a really nice foundation. Like if you just wanted to wear it like it is, just wear it like this, it's fine. I am going to set it though, just because I want to test out this powder. I think I'm really liking this foundation. And if you want it, if you don't want to look matte, you just want the longevity of a matte foundation, you can go in with like a glowy powder. There's so many different powders out there that give you a little bit of radiance, so you can get that glow back. So good. Oh, we got some gems going on here. So next, we're going to go in with some bronzer. So I'm just going to use this one here from Juvia's Place. The only thing about this foundation is I would really have to moisturize. In the summertime, I think it's going to look beautiful, but in the wintertime, I think I would really have to moisturize my skin like with a good moisturizing primer. Just because it looks a little dry in certain areas, but that's just because my skin is like a little bit on the drier side. It is winter. Okay, so now for blush. So we're going to go in with the Bloomin Wet n Wild blush, and this is in Flower Power. Open her up. She looks so pretty. So I'm trying to like fix her a little bit so I can use it. Let's see. Let's just use a Wet n Wild blush brush. Let's see. It's a nice glowy blush. Nope. I'm actually not probably gonna go ahead and buy this. Do we see how like shiny this is? I don't think it's the brush. I'm gonna go in with another Wet n Wild brush on the other side because I don't think it's the brush, but you never know. Yeah, it's the blush. So the blush, it looked like it was gonna be like a nice satin blush. This is not satin. This is just straight up like highlighter on my cheeks. I do not like these types of blushes because it emphasizes every single pore you have. So no thank you. It sucks that I mean, if you do not have any pores on your face, you will probably like this blush because it can look pretty on some people because of like it just gives you that like glow, but because I have so many pores, it's literally like a highlighter. Like I don't even have to go in with the highlighter. It's sad because that blush looks like a pretty color. We can get that in like a matte or a real satin. I would appreciate it. So now for the blush. Absolutely not. It's definitely not what I like. I don't think I need any highlighter, but I'm gonna go in with some highlighter just on the high points of my cheeks. See, you can even tell where I put it because of that blush. This is just the essence. Pure nude highlighter. Let's go ahead and do brows. I'm kind of scared to use this because it just kind of looks like a chunky, waxy pencil. I don't know. I was very, very interested. So we have the brush on one end and we have the wax. Oh yeah, it is a wax stick. Oh boy. I don't know if you can tell. That's a chunk. Holy cow. Why did I buy this? And then this is the brush. Very unique looking. I don't know. Let's give this a go. What in the world? So do you just kind of... And then I'm guessing you comb through it? Am I doing this right? I'm guessing it's supposed to give you the fluffy brow look. I don't know. I don't think I like this. I mean, it's putting in some color as well, so I don't think I like this at all. I don't know what they were trying to do here. Like, the brow stick itself does have color, but like, so I'm guessing it's depositing like color onto the brow at the same time as like wax, and then you have this like brush to brush through your hair. So I feel like my brows just look super messy and bushy and just crazy, so not for me. All right, moving on, we are gonna go ahead and jump into this eyeshadow palette. So this is the Bloomin eyeshadow palette. This looks so pretty, so hopefully this does not disappoint. Hopefully. I'm just gonna go into this. Packaging seems like feels very cheap. It feels like Claire's makeup in a way, but we're just gonna go into the shade here. All the here, that feels dry as the desert. All right, let's pop this all over the eye. Okay, so I was picturing this to be like more like a topper and this to be like just like a nice sheen eyeshadow, but okay. I thought this palette would be super cute for Valentine's Day. I mean, they were talking about how this palette is coming out just in time for Valentine's, but I would say save your money. I mean, this is not obviously an expensive palette, but still, I hold Wet n Wild to high standards because I know what they're capable of and I know they can do better. So after working for like a while, you can build that shade up and make it work. Again, I know you're not paying an arm and a leg for these eyeshadows, but just, you know, take the info I gave you and run with it. I'm kind of scared to go into this shade here. Yeah. So this is the glitter shade. And I feel like if I pop this on my eye, it's just gonna like fall. Yeah, it's very, very loose glitters. So I don't have a glitter glue on me like right now. I would have to like get up and take my mic off and everything to go get it. And at this point, like I'm not even interested anymore. It's very, very loose glitter. So you would need to 100% for sure have a glitter glue on hand to use that. Like there's nothing in it to make it stick, if that makes sense. So moving on. This is the Bloomin Wet n Wild Face Mist. So I was really excited about this one because I love their setting sprays. I just look how pretty. Ooh, that looks so freaking stunning. Hopefully, I know obviously there's some shimmer in there, that's what's making it look so pretty, but like hopefully it's not just like straight up glitter on my face, so we'll see. Ooh, it smells really good. So my face is still drying from the spray. But feeling my hand, I did spray the back of my hand. It didn't put any glitter. That's just from the eyeshadow that I was touching earlier. But I sprayed my hand just to see in the beginning if there was any like little like glitter particles, and I didn't see any from the spray. But it does, like, it left my hand feeling so soft, not oily or greasy, just like soft and moisturized. So I feel like I really do love that setting spray. It really like just overall gave my skin a nice like dew and glow. It's still drying a little bit like on my forehead. So the only other thing we have to try is the mascara and the lip gloss. So we're gonna go ahead and see what this mascara does for us. Okay, so that's one coat. I don't see a huge difference in length, but we're gonna go ahead with a second coat then. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. Builds up. Okay, so it definitely does add length. I think you do have to go in for at least a second coat to really see like the difference. But it does give a good amount of like length and volume, so not mad at it. Last but not least, we're going to go in with some lip gloss. So this is supposed to be a plumping lip gloss, so let's find out. I was going to put on a lip liner, but kind of forgot, so let's, ooh. I don't like the smell of that. It's like a nice scent mixed with like the plumping scent. I don't know how I feel. So this is what the lip gloss looks like. It looks really pretty on the lips. It doesn't feel super plumping. Like it has a little tiny, teeny tiny tingle to the lips, but it's nothing like painful, nothing that I'm like, ooh. Well, I guess you can say the tingle is starting to start as like I'm talking, so we'll give it a minute. I have had the lip gloss on for like, I want to say about a minute now. There is some tingle there, like you can definitely feel some tingle, but it's not painful in my opinion. But if you don't like anything that has to do with like plumping, like that sensation, you're not going to like this at all because you can feel a little bit of like a tingle. I do like the shade of it. So yeah, so I think I will keep this. I don't like the smell, so we'll see. All right, so we tried everything. We're going to quick do a little speed review here and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, so as far as the sponge, I do like the sponge, but I like the softness of the sponge, but I feel because it's so soft, it really sucked up a lot of the product. I know that this foundation is not a light, like, you know, foundation. It's made to be a full coverage foundation. It is supposed to be full coverage, light as air feel, transfer resistant, seamless matte finish, oil free. So yeah, so it's made to be a full coverage foundation. When I used the brush, it was definitely a full coverage foundation. I feel like this sponge really sucked up a lot of the product, which is obviously not good. So I think I will pass probably on that sponge. I'm also gonna pass on the eyeshadow palette. It's just not my favorite. Yeah, it's just not my favorite. I honestly would say just save your money. The blush is kind of nice. It's really up to you what you like. The pigment wasn't really all there, and it's very like shimmery, highlighty kind of look. Like you can see my cheeks look very glowy. So if you like those type of products, then you will highly enjoy this. I think it all comes down to preference when it comes to this type of blush. I'm going to pass on it. It's way too highlighty and emphasizes my pores. I do have a lot of pores in this area, and it's just not, no. I am passing on the Maybelline brow lift like stick. I don't know what they were thinking. It's just, my brows look so like messy and just not cute at all. Like they look like they need to be done. And I'm trying to see here. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can tell like where I'm putting my finger, but the spray that I put on the forehead did not, like, it feels oily. Oh my god, it feels kind of sticky and tacky. So this spray is going to give you, I think it has a little bit of an oil in it, so it is going to give you a little bit of a like glow to the skin. So if you like that, you're going to enjoy it. I do sometimes enjoy those types of, just put on a little bit more powder. I do enjoy those types of products, but at least like I want to know when it's going to happen. So now that I know there's a time and a place for it. I'm not going to put on that setting spray right before I put on a mask, because obviously it's just going to help that mask take off all my makeup, because oil breaks down makeup. So yeah, so if you want to glow and you want to feel a little bit more moisturized, this is a nice setting spray, but you are going to get a little bit of like a oil residue on your face and a little bit of a glow. What else did I try? Foundation and concealer I really do like so far, so I'm going to keep playing with these products. I think they're both pretty good. I don't know what the claims are for the concealer, but it definitely is a lot more lighter weight than the foundation. Can't really feel that it's there either. And it's like definitely like it's more of a liquidy concealer. It's not like thick and creamy, so I did enjoy both of those. The ColourPop mascara I do like. It's not like my favorite mascara like ever, but it did add a little bit of length and a little bit of volume, so I feel like it's a nice like everyday mascara. I did enjoy the powder as well, to be honest. Out of all the Wet n Wild products, I feel like this powder is like my favorite. I don't know why no one's talking about it, but it does say new, so maybe no one took notice of it yet. But it is the Bare Focus line, and it's the clarifying finishing powder. So if you can get your hands on that, I would say definitely give that a try. I did enjoy that. Plumping gloss, I mean, I don't think it really did much as far as plumping. But it has like a nice milky pink, you know, tint to the lips. I can kind of still feel a little bit of a tingle, even though there's nothing really much happening. So it's okay. Again, for this whole line, to be completely honest, this whole line was a complete disappointment, in my opinion. Obviously, if you want to go ahead and try it, you can, but I would just say pass on everything. I think out of everything, I think the setting spray is maybe the best out of everything, but again, it comes down to preference. If you don't like anything glowy or oily and you want something that's going to mattify you, or just, you know, then you might want to pass on this too. So that comes down to preference. But yeah, so that is everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave, and comment down below. Let me know, is there anything that I tried today that you are going to try, that you want to try, or is there anything that I tried that is your current favorite right now? I would love to hear from you guys. Until next time. Bye.